If you bake on a regular basis, then you will want to know what to do when chocolate chips won't melt. When this happens, it becomes virtually unusable, but fortunately, there are ways to prevent and fix this problem. Melting chocolate is great for making candies, dipping foods, and drizzling desserts. However, it can be tricky to melt it just right to achieve a desirable texture. Fortunately, there are different methods you can use for melting that all work well. Why are my chocolate chips not melting? Since chocolate chips are meant to retain their shape, they are not the easiest to melt. This is what makes them great to use for baking, but tricky to use for melting purposes. Some people try to rush melting chocolate by heating it quickly at high heat. In some cases, chocolate chips may burn due to the high amount of sugar if they are melted too quickly at a high temperature. This then results in them seizing up and not actually melting, forming a lumpy, gritty texture. When this happens, it can be hard to get the chocolate to become melted and smooth. In addition, water can cause chocolate chips to harden upon contact. This is due to the fact that just a few drops of water can cause the dry particles to attract moisture, leading to them sticking together and forming a rough, grainy texture. How to fix the chocolate that has seized up? For seized chocolate, add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil or shortening for every cup of chocolate. Mix it into the chocolate with a whisk until it reaches a smooth consistency, then it will be ready to use for your baking needs. How to melt chocolate chips? Knowing how to properly melt chocolate chips is important to prevent them from seizing up. These methods will make them the right consistency for pouring, drizzling, and also dipping. Microwave. To melt 1 cup of chocolate chips in the microwave, first place them in a microwave-safe bowl, uncovered. Then, set the power to 50% and microwave the chocolate for 1.5 minutes. Pause every 30 seconds to stir with a spatula, fork, or whisk. If the chocolate is not yet melted after 1.5 minutes, continue microwaving it for 15 seconds intervals at half power. Once around 85 to 90% of it has melted, remove it from the microwave and stir it together, allowing the remaining chocolate to melt. Use it immediately for any of your baking needs, but be sure to handle it with care as it will be hot. Using a double boiler is a popular and effective method for melting chocolate. To do so, fill a medium pot with about 1 to 2 inches of water and bring it to a simmer. Then, place a double boiler or a heat-safe bowl above the pan, being sure that it does not touch the water. Add your chocolate to the bowl and use a wooden spoon or rubber spatula to stir it on a regular basis. It will take around 5 minutes to melt, and be sure not to leave it unattended, as this can cause it to burn or seize. Make sure to regularly stir it the entire time to help ensure a smooth final result. Other chocolate to use for melting. Though chocolate chips can be used for melting, there are other varieties of chocolate that work well. You can also use candy melts, baking chocolate, and couverture as well for your baking needs. Candy melts. Candy melts are an affordable and easy option for melting. They come in different colors and are great for dipping a variety of different things. However, since they do not contain any cocoa butter, they are not truly chocolate, but they can still taste great. Baking chocolate. Baking chocolates commonly come in bars that are 4 ounces. It is ideal for use in brownies, cakes, and other desserts, though it is also great for dipping. They generally come in unsweetened, bittersweet, semi-sweet, and sweetened options. Couverture. Couverture is the best variety of chocolate to use for melting. It is a high-quality variety that has a higher percentage of cocoa butter than baking or eating chocolate. It contains cocoa solids, cocoa butter, and sugar, along with other ingredients such as vanilla, soy lecithin, or milk powder. It is better for melting than chocolate chips. It has a delicious flavor and wonderful texture that is especially great for tempering. No more struggling with chocolate chips that won't melt. If your chocolate won't melt, add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil or shortening to it and mix until smooth. To help prevent this from happening, melt it over low heat slowly. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.